Hi, Michael here, and welcome to the Lighthouse of Awesome. Today we are wrapping up the Confessions by Augustine, doing book 13, which is in reference to creation. So the book follows the entire creation story of Genesis, the first chapter, and breaks it down and makes a comparison between the creation story and the church. So, so he goes through Genesis one phrase at a time. Starts out with, of course, let there be light, the first verse of the Bible. And he says that's you as a person coming to Jesus, your spiritual creation. And then he moves on to the second day, the dome, and he compares that to the providing of Scripture. So you're spiritually created, and then you're introduced to Scripture. And then he kind of puts day 3 and 4 together in an interesting way. So day 3 is the bitter sea and dry land, so the splitting of the waters and the exposing of the land. And he puts that as good deeds. And day 4 are the lamps of wisdom, or the sun and the moon, and that is contemplation. And Augustine really focuses on good deeds, and contemplation is how you build yourself up and get yourself ready. And he says, but first you must wash and make yourself clean, learn to be good, then come back. So you read the Scripture, you do good deeds, you contemplate, and then you rinse and repeat until you're ready to move on. And then day 5 is the sea creatures, which is the songs and the sacraments. So that would be, songs is probably specifically Psalms itself, and jubilation, and singing, and connecting. And the sacraments, of course, would involve baptism, which was just starting to come into pre-death form. So a lot of people would go to church and just not get baptized until they were on their deathbed. So all their sins would be washed away and no problem. I'm in Yod. Can't sin in the last 3.5 seconds I'm alive. So, but as the sacraments become more and more important in the church, and Augustine himself started to advocate for infant baptism, and people were baptized from birth, and started adding in like confession at some point. And then 6 animals and the living soul. So God creates the animals and man, there's a living soul. Humanity is created in God's image, and the soul seeks for God. And finally, the 7th day of rest is we have peace in the Almighty. So it's really nice to wrap up the Augustine Confessions. Thanks for watching all these videos, and hopefully see you soon.